before I count to 3.
Welcome back to the channel, gang. On the Rocks Entertainment here. Today I'm going to do a different video. It's like a DIY, do-it-yourself video. First time I ever tried. I may have tried before, but this is the first real time that I'm going to do one. So bear with me. It's a one-man show, one-man camera, all of that. But all this time that we have on our hands nowadays, why don't I do some projects? I hope I encourage you guys to do some projects. As you know, my channel is about making you smile, think, or laugh. So hopefully I can make you do all of that. Don't forget to smash the like button. I got a 2009 Civic, which I own. And the trim has kind of been dulled out, so I got some paint and stuff, and I'm just going to do a light little brush up on it to see if I can make it black. Not going to be perfect. It's going to be more like a flat color. I'm not going for Dutch boy paint right now, but we want to cover it up so that the light white parts or the silver parts don't really show. So we kind of blend it in to make it more subtle and more complete. So if you guys are interested, tag along. Let's go do some projects. Okay, to get started, we just need some sandpaper, 1500 grit. We're gonna put a little water on that, just to sand it off a little bit, make it smoother. Not perfect, but a little smoother. Got some little chopsticks. We're gonna use it as stir sticks. It's free, so why not? This is like $5. Just a little can restore them. Flat black, again, we don't want it to be shiny. And then we got this bad boy for 89 cents. Let's just get the lid off. Gloves. Safety first, so you'd be safe. You don't want to get the bad boys on your hands. Little foam brush just to dab it and spread it around. Nothing major. And that's for me. That's my drink. Okay, let's just take a quick look at the car for some before action, before montage. And this is what we're talking about. This is little black trim right there. And I sanded it a little bit. Well, I did it one more time. As you can see, it's peeling, it's cracking, it's showing gray and it looks like fish scales. And that's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to cover that up because not so attractive. Right there, I'm touching it, both sides of the car. So we're gonna go around and look at the other side. Same thing here. It's rough, scaly. Big mistake is I actually had it perfectly done with this plastic dip and it all peeled. So that's bad on my part. I don't know why I did that a couple years ago. Okay, now we're heading off to over here. We gotta open this can of paint, Rust-Oleum. Pop that lid off. Then we're gonna have to stir it up a little bit. That's the paint we're gonna be using. And gotta go all around the can, loosen up that lid, and then pop her off. I'm the cameraman, so. Oh, I'm back. Magic, the magic of Hollywood. I got my cheap little chopstick there, and like a flight attendant, I'm showing you the cap. It's black, I promise. Do a little stirring, you know, just like Chef Boyardee in the kitchen, just stirring it around. No biggie. Might as well take a little sip while we're at it, you know. I don't have no boss. And yeah, just take your time, just stir it up, you know. Make sure it's all ready. Okay, get back to work. There you go. I'm in the frame. A little sandpaper, you know, just a little light sandy, nothing big. Just gonna sand it off. Take as much as of the rubbish I can off of there to make it as smooth as I can. Again, it's not gonna be Dutch boy perfect. This is just a coverage thing because this car is gonna store out there and we want to keep that covered. You can always come back and do like a vinyl tape, like on the side pillars. With the two big parts that look nice over there, right about there, those two panels going down. What I did is I got some vinyl wrap tape, kind of like what people have been wrapping their hoods or wrapping their cars, and I made two perfect pieces to go right there. So that's another option I might do. But for now, let's put some makeup on this car. Okay, time for paint. I got my paint there, got my trusty brush, just dab it on in there. And we're just gonna kind of just feather it up on the trim there. We're not gonna really make it perfect. We're just gonna kind of load it up with some paint ever so. Look at the focus on this guy. Exceptional. Just dabbing it in, definitely. It's not finished. We're just trying to get the coverage. Once we spread that paint throughout the whole surface and just kind of get an outline. Then we can kind of duck foot it and go back and forth and do all those techniques, however you want to call it. Gotta admit, I was getting better at the technique as time goes on, because at the beginning I was just trying to figure it out. Then I got a little more confident and loaded it up with more paint. First I just wanted to put a little amount and see what happens. Then yep, back at it again. Just gonna put more on there. Yep, this is kind of like a rinse and repeat, you know, doing the same thing over and over. Just trying to get it more full. So again, we're just trying to make an outline, making sure we cover the whole surface, and then we'll dab it in and make it a lot more full. So we're just trying to outline and cover. Those other two pieces there, the door still, I don't know if I said it before, that's like a wrap. It's more like a tape, like a vinyl wrap that came up, and I might do that later on, but we'll see. This might just be enough to do what I'm trying to do with this one here, so we'll see that later.
I got a girl that compliments my fly, and when it goes down, I know she gon' ride. I finally got somebody I can call mine.
Yep, so we're just doing this same thing on all four doors, making sure that they all are nice and full. As you can see there, look at that one is terrible, off to the left. That's where we're gonna head off next. We're just gonna fill it all in, make it all look full. Slowly I'm planning on building this car back, more like in a restore, and then we can think about cool things to do. You know, I did put like a DVD player in there, watch movies in the center stack, but other than that, this car has been really good. 2009 Civic, 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, non-turbo. And the idea to this car when I got it was cheap. You know, it was really affordable to get the car, and it was fuel efficient and very economic at the time. I got this car, like, you know, oddly enough, the last time the economy crashed was like 2008, and we was going through a bad recession. And it's kind of funny, that's kind of like what we're doing now. And this car was getting easily 35 miles to the gallon at a time when the gas was about $5 a gallon. So this was a godsend, something I really needed. Ironically, I drove a 2004 Dodge Ram with a 4.7 Magnum V8, and that bad boy got like 8 miles to the gallon. It wasn't fuel efficient like my new Ram. I wouldn't say my new Ram is like really fuel efficient, but it does have a different motor, 5.7 Hemi. It has a torque gearing with 392s, and it's running an MDS where I can shut off 4 cylinders when I need be. So I'm getting at the worst 17, and the best about 25 on a truck that's almost 6,000 pounds. So that's pretty good, but it cannot beat the Civic. You know, this thing is bulletproof, man. It's an automatic. It's not really like a sports car or anything like that, because again, the idea to this car was, at the time, I was trying to save some money, man, and just be happy. You know, I'm happy to restore this car, and I look forward to doing more things. And some mechanicals I have to do, some brake work, you know, maybe shave the rotors a little bit. Definitely put on some new brake pads, you know, just OEM. Everything else, you know, this car has a timing chain, not a timing belt, so we have to worry about that. The radiator, the cooling's all good. I change oil, you know, about every 3,000 miles, never skip a beat. And, you know, like I said, man, I got about 76,000 miles on this, and it runs like it's got 0 miles on it. So it is unreal. So definitely cannot complain with this car. It's done everything that I wanted to do and more. Go to work, cruise around. You can't complain about all that. This thing's been a total trooper. It's not I got all this time, you know, doing projects like this. It's a reality. And, you know, the perfect time for anybody to do some projects and just relax and do what you can do. I know, like for me, you know, bills is one thing. You're not going to work and you worry about bills and stuff. So is the whole country. But that can't stop you from, you know, finding some enjoyment and doing some things. So I've been just kind of working out, playing video games, and doing YouTube, as you can see, just filming and learning more about my craft and the channel. So don't forget to give it a like. It really helps the channel. It helps my algorithm. The more likes I get, the more potential views I can drive this channel up. And I'm going to continue to make content, and I don't really have a niche, you guys. I believe that you got to be well-rounded. The channel has to have all kind of things in there. You know? So I try to do things where you get kind of like a music video, you get some nature, some fitness, you get some daily vlogs, you get some comedy, you get some discussion. You know, I don't really like to rule things out. I was supposed to bring you guys to a car show. I apologize, man. That whole thing got, you know, canceled because flights and, you know, social distancing was going to be something that was not going to be realistic at that point. And I hope to get a second shot at doing it again. I always say this, thanks for watching, you guys. Continue to watch me do the Dutch boy handcrafted work here. So focused on this right now. I didn't even know I was that focused. Okay, we're going around this film a little bit backwards, a little before and after. So got the car set up here. Just gonna do a quick walk around with one of my cameras just to get a look at exactly what we were doing here. Sorry about that. That's another camera that was in the way there. I had to use multiple cameras and I didn't have a cameraman, so that the cameraman over there. I was gonna rest on the tailgate, but it didn't work. But you can see the before. That's the before right here. This is the before. Terrible, terrible, terrible. My boy, he got a sunburn, man. He got a sunburn. And I was dumb to put plastic dip on that because it just fell right off. That's why it's all chunky and over there. And I don't know what I was thinking. But, oh well. Oh, check out those rims, dog. Yeah, I got a deal on those. Those are like alloy. And so, this is kind of the after. Just kind of pushed it one coat over, so you can see it's not like perfect, you know, but get the idea. It kind of blends, it covers it up. No more seeing those bumpy scales or things like that. The idea is to just get it to be more blacked out. Once it goes back in the sun and it cures and stuff, it's just gonna create more like a shadow. So those are the two pieces that I put in, like some wrap. I plastic dipped that too, and it was all rough, so I didn't get to sand it all the way down to make sure that I tint it on perfect. It's not going to be by any means going to be super perfect, but we are going to get coverage. And if you step back a little bit, you know, and if it's in the sun, looks pretty good, pretty damn good. You know, for under $20 and a little bit of, you know, elbow grease and time. I mean, like I say, man, it's better to do something than nothing. My headlights on my car I changed about 4 times. I forgot to mention that. I had to pull the whole bumper off and everything. Those lights came yellow, and I put in some new lights. They got yellow, and I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully, knock on wood, I'm not going to pull it apart and do that again. But we got the coverage here, and I'm going to move the car out into the sun so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There it is in the sun, and it's not like it's still overcast, but it's curing more, and we got coverage, and that's the goal, to get coverage. I mean, it's not gonna be really smooth and perfect and stuff, but oh, look at that sticker, that's cool, man. But that's the idea, man. We're just doing what we can to put this in storage mode, and then we can really think about ordering more parts and more trims. The bottom window trim there is perfect because that is 100% new. Took a while to find that, but it's new. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it was my first time doing that video, so I might do some more of that. and it's not the last time I'll be working on that car. So yeah, you know, it's a good time to do some projects, and you really can't get it wrong. Like I said before in one of my old videos, the worst thing to do is nothing at all. So doing something better than doing nothing at all. And you only can learn by just doing and making mistakes. And you know, I had to do a couple coats on that, finish it up, and it might be a couple more things I have to do to it, but my plan is to build that car back to brand new someday, and hopefully I'm getting there. It's the car I own. I don't have to pay nothing on that car. I own that car. My other car, you know, is the Dodge Ram Sport Edition, aka Ramskis. Ramski still belongs to the bank, but I hope to get the title for that as well. Probably do some cool shit on that too, but hope I made you guys laugh, smile, or think, or all three. Don't forget to hit subscribe, you know, share, leave a comment, you know, play heads up, 7-up with the thumbs up button, and hit it downwards, you know. But I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, thanks for leaving comments. Stay awesome, stay safe, keep your sanity, and do whatever it is that you want to do to keep yourself busy. Watching videos, playing video games, do what you want to do. That's the main thing. Do what you want to do. It's your time.